Up you go, you boy. I see they know it's working time. Lovely job. Oh, you see a pair of knackers? On you boy. I suppose the definition of a broken mouth. There you go, don't be shy. Welcome back. Today is a big stroke of work on today. Robbie, you ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Big rev.
Big rev. End of the week.
Yeah.
Nothing done.
Yeah.
Lots to be done.
Yeah.
I know there was a general election coming up.
Yeah, you can't relax tomorrow. Yeah, try to buy votes. Yeah, good man. We've Cian here as well. Cian, you're raring to go as well.
Raring to go as normal, yeah.
Good man, that's the job. Tupping time, I think is what you call it. The rams are going out today, so we've a bit of sorting out to do. Gathering sheep, moving sheep, sorting sheep, rattling rams. We've a lot to get done, so less talk and more work, Robbie.
More work and leave the rams to rattling.
Right, we get at it. Now, it is late on in the evening.
Aye.
And I have a visitor here.
Evenings are closing in.
Yeah. Carl is after arriving back, and he's very welcome actually. He's after arriving back with the collar crate. You might see it out here in the dark. It's pretty late on, but you're welcome back.
Yeah, no bother, thanks. Yeah. Wild complaints on YouTube. They say, get that crate back to that man quick, his back is broke.
Robbie had no sympathy on me now. I was bolusing the old lambs there, and I was thinking to myself, it wasn't too bad at the start, but by the end of it I said, jeez, I could have been
starts
doing...
to wear on you,
yeah. The drenching isn't too bad, but...
bolusing.
Bolusing is hard.
It'd be deadly for it, yeah. Yeah, it'd be deadly for it.
But anyway, no, it's... I have another wee job to do with the crate. I have... the whole batch of ewes to sort out. I haven't even the culls picked out of it yet. I'm really showing all my flaws, but that's what it is to be tight for time.
That's no panic.
Look, they're fat and I think they're good price at the minute.
Yeah, they are.
You'll see behind you here, I'm not sure, probably is a bit more profitable than the first video I ever done where it was zero profit, but these are the few lambs. You might have seen these in the last video in for fattening, so they're fit to go. But I couldn't weigh them because the scales was on the crate. But anyway, we'll get them weighed. I'm not too worried. What's the flesh like?
Oh, snails, like snails.
Yeah, not too bad.
They'll be getting dearer ahead. The thinner off of the smallest ones could lay the most money, because by the looks of it.
Yeah, well, look, I think they're paying up.
Got through that real glut period of all the sheep out and held, and seems to be getting a wee bit stronger now. So that's
I think there'll be deer now around Christmas because isn't Ramadan or is it Eid is mid-January?
I don't know.
One of the Muslim festivals is so. Yeah, I'm banking on a couple of €100.
The sheep aren't out there. Yeah. This year.
The bad spring. The lamb crop is down, but ewe numbers is down. Yeah. So
talking to, I wonder what it's like up here, but it was an awful land talking to shearers in the Midlands. I don't know, I've probably mentioned a couple of my videos, but the shearers in the Midlands are saying the ewe numbers are way down up there.
Less sheep on every farm.
Yeah, like they're just getting through their, maybe there'll be a full page in the book not there, or they're getting through their runs and getting done a week early or 10 days early. Yeah. So the ewes are just less numbers and then people getting out altogether. So
well, if lambs stay here, you'll see the numbers come back up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sure. Probably just cycles, isn't it? So it's all swings around a bit. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Well, thanks very much for giving it to me.
No problem.
It's great to try it out. Yeah. She's a serious yoke.
Yeah, it's a useful tool, all right.
Yeah, it is.
Can you just have to ask the question? Can you justify it? Then it's the next.
That's it. Yeah. I was saying. I said it on the video. It's a mighty yoke. I probably haven't enough sheep to justify it, but then should you start farming now the way you want to be farming? I'm hoping to get up. I'd love to get up to 400 or 500 ewes in a couple of years. Well, time pass out part of any. Might take a while.
Actually you have 20 years to pass. I'll tell you. He'd be starting to slow down, and you'd be only getting going. Well, no, look, I'd say if I wasn't at the performance recording on regular weighing, and I didn't have so many young lambs, I could manage without it. But
I was half thinking of starting a bit of that crack, some crack. I don't know
for pure drenching in older sheep. Like the race is fine. I find it quick, you fly down. But then again, as we mentioned, the bolusing, it saves a lot of the donkey work.
I'd say the way me and Dad farm now, actually, you were saying the young lambs, that's just deadly for that. We don't do a whole pile with young lambs. They're tailed and they're let back out the hill and go see it. Go look at the shearing.
That's different probably to my operation. The first 6 weeks of their life is cruel amount of work. There's as much work with sheep then as there is nearly the whole rest of the year. Do you know, in handling sense. So
plenty of content for you guys.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. Well, sure, look, that is great to see you, and sure, always good to chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sure, we'll see you soon again. Good man. Just going to mix a bit of raddle powder as the first job. Going to raddle this big ram here behind me because he's going with the hoggajoes, the ones where the ram lamb was with. So really want to see what's going on there, see how many of those are tipped. So just going to mix me raddle powder here. I know some people use harnesses and crayons. I just use powder, dry powder, and mix it with oil here. Just give you a look at that job. So it's just old cooking oil. I prefer to use that rather than mineral oil. You'll see me industrial spoon here. I'll just mix it manually like this. I think I've put a bit too much oil in it, but I have more powder here with. We wanted about the consistency of grease. Perfect. Okay, right, we get some of this on the ram next. So, this is the big lad from Ballymena. 1900 and something. Just going to use the walk-through trough here as a kind of it's a handy wee pen for catching sheep here, because it's like a long narrow pen, so you get the headlock stuck on here. So, you'll see me here, I'm just actually working on top of the dressing stand here. So, just kind of using it as a bench. But some people asked me, just a query, does the same headstock off the dressing stand work on a gate? And this is just what I want to show you. So basically you just stick the brackets back on it. So the brackets just sit back on here. Try and do this one-handed. So it just lifts off the dressing table, and then the brackets here work to clamp the headstock onto a gate. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we can lower that down a little bit. That'll be about him, would it?
I'll be there enough for you.
Okay, right. See now if you're fit to use it here. That's it, get your chain around the back of his ears. Back of his ears, hook it on there. That's it, perfect. Right. That's been well settled there. So this is the stuff we mixed up earlier. You'll see it's pretty tacky stuff now. It's, it's pretty solid. It's a bit like grease. Just apply it here to the ram's chest. So I've decided to raddle all my rams this year. Loads of people mentioned last year about leaving your rams not raddled for the first cycle. And I suppose it makes a lot of sense. But because I'm single sire mating, which means there's just one ram with each group of sheep, it's very hard to tell if your ram is actually working. So I've decided to use a raddle for the first colour, and I know your sheep are all plastered in different colours, but it's a great way of keeping an eye to see that your ram is actually active and working. So a sheep cycle is actually 17 days. So what you do is you change the colour to a darker colour for the next cycle after the 17 days. And if you have any repeats, or your ram is infertile, or you have quite a lot of repeats, there's something wrong, you need to take action fairly quick. So the next colour I will use will be orange. And if some of the yellows then change to orange, I know there's something serious wrong. So the other option is by not rattling your rams for the first cycle, and then you have a load marked, you know you have a load of repeats. But I've often seen some of the sheep won't actually be tipped in the first cycle at all. When they're tipped the second time, you may think you have repeats, but it's just that they've been served on the second cycle. So it just depends on your system, but this is the way I do it. Now, that's it. Okay. That's the raddle on the ram here. You'll see some timber here, length of sewer, and plasterboard slabs or hardwall. That's Orlaith's utility. Didn't get that much more done on it, but definitely getting back to it tomorrow or Monday. Kean's off actually for midterm.
A week, yeah.
Full week, so he's going to stay with me and we're going to power through it. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, that's the bite, yeah. Lovely job. Okay, he's a beast of a ram. Go on, you bite it. Up you go. Shh. Lovely job. Mad to go. On you by you, up you go and find the ladies. So 60 hoggets are up here. We'll check in with them in a bit, but they're up the back up here. We'll see how he's getting on. We might put up the drone. If it's not raining, we'll put up the drone and see how he's getting on a bit.
Some animal.
Yeah, he's a big sheep, isn't he? We'll see how he goes. So, just a one ram going out with each batch of sheep in my enterprise. Cian was telling me that. Cian, you had misfortune with a ram.
Ammonia. One of the
Yeah,
Suffolks.
one of your Suffolk rams. But you had 2 rams with the one batch.
Yeah, 2 ram with a batch of 40, I think it was.
Yeah, so the other lads should take up the
You
slack.
should, yeah, hopefully the other guy had
Yeah.
good luck in them.
Not simple, but it's very easy to lose a ram this time of year with the
Yeah.
workload and stress and all the rest. So we'll hope for the best here in this operation. Right. So we got them 2 old lambs out. Stepped round for a bit of a look at the rest of them here. And seen something hanging between back legs. Yeah, I think I seen another lamb. Just gonna have a look here. So this is the batch of old lambs here. They've been on this field, it's gone pretty white. So probably should have sheared her, but time is precious.
Will I catch him if it does?
We'll tighten them up here, we'll catch them if we see them. Now, so, not sure if it's my imagination, but just going to have a look at them running by here. It's always easier to spot a pair of gonads swinging about when you're looking at their back legs. So. You happy enough with them, Robbie? No. I don't see anything there yet now. Imagination, but it's definitely all in to you now. Yeah. Just can't see anything there, but I'm 99% sure I saw something. I'm surprised because we went through them all that day in the race and we got the one. But we just let them go again there, Cian. We'll be tight for space there. You keep an eye on them out there. Yeah. Oh, you see a pair of knackers? Good man. Yeah. Not the most good man, Cian. It's hard to spot him. How many times do we have to run him by us?
4
And we didn't spot him. Yeah, he'd do harm. Yeah, he's whole, he's complete. He is going to have to come out of these. I hope there's none of these tipped now. Some crack this farm, some crack. Now we're going to get these onto a bit of grass here. We have a bit of fresh grass here, actually nice grass. So we're going to get these out here. I have a spot on a dairy farm. He is looking for them now. We're just having time to get them to him. So probably next week when Cian's off, we'll put in a bit of time, get a bit of fencing done. We'll get Robbie on the go as well. Quite a bit of ground defence, but we have that until mid-December, so. Right, okay. Don't see any more ram lambs there. It was just pure luck I spotted that lad. Another 2 weeks, those yo lambs will be all coming into season, so. This is the batch of yos on the other bit of ground. Actually going to bring them home, sort them out. It's just much easier to have everything at home for software and drafting and putting them into different batches and all the rest. Seems like a lot of work, but tomorrow is a big day's work, so the more preparation I can have done, the better. So that's the plan anyway. We'll get them in here. Away, Pops, away. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, bring them on. Come on, that's the dog. Right, so you know, I'll get these home. About 2, maybe 3 runs will bring these home, hopefully. 14, 16, 17, 18. going on now. You know the crack with that. So here's one for our international viewers. Some of the North American viewers had mentioned they'd never really seen trailers with decks. It'd be commonplace over here where you have 2 levels in a trailer for moving sheep in particular. And in quite a lot of the more modern trailers, these decks will actually fold up totally out of the way. If you're dual purpose trailer, I would say you can move livestock as well. Now this is a pretty old trailer. It's 1993 IFO Williams. These decks are not the easiest thing in the world to get in and out. You wouldn't really do it too often if you could avoid it. Okay, we'll hit the road. The Robbie's just gone to pick up a few gates. We're going to go and gather rams next. We'll see you over there. Just reversed in here on a wide bit of the road. These boys, I'd say they know it's working time. Time to go. Steady, Pops. Just give them a second there, Keane. I'll say they'll go. Come on, big boy. Oh, put him back, Pops. Put him back, Pops, put him back. Put him back. Yeah, bring him back. That's it. Come on. Shh. Here, come by. Up. Lovely job. Handy enough. Handy enough. Great job. Okay, stock rams loaded. There's a couple of eyes in this that are left over actually from last year. They're ones I didn't sell. So I'd kind of planned to snip them for teasers, but that didn't happen. So I'm not sure what we do with them now. Maybe factory them, I'm not sure. Alright.
Boys.
Come on.
Mad for work. Wait, Pops, put him in here. So I was a little worried. I seen a lad with a tender foot. This lad here seemed to have a sore foot, but I think he's okay. He's alright. He's not too bad. Last year I had a ram that had a very sore foot going out to work, and we give him a jag of antibiotic. It's actually the lad that died there. So just I close that lid there, Keane. So a wee problem here now. Somebody pointed it out to me on the comments on one of the videos. Rams facing each other with one gate dividing them is quite a problem. And the reason it's a problem is they'll reverse, try to smash each other's heads and actually hit the gate, and if they don't fracture their skull they'll break their eye sockets, and it's a problem. So going to use my walk-through feeders here will do a job. Actually even better, I just close this ram up here. So these rams are in with, have a few sheep that actually came for service or to get served. So I would have sold these sheep to a farmer a way back, and he's only a few, he's a hobby farmer, so we dropped them off here to get them covered. So be here for a couple of weeks and we'll send them home. So just keep them in the shed. But the boys are inside, we'll keep them in and they'll be going out to work tomorrow. So that's the stock rams out. I'm just hitting the road back to get more ewes. The hard part is done, getting them in, getting them loaded here and moved is handy enough. I'll manage that myself. So Robbie and Keith can go and gather that wire. So now an interesting one for you. You'll just see me here shooting around with the drone, just doing a Clarkson on it. Didn't actually expect they had moved the sheep. You see they're quite nervous, they're a bit afraid of it. But this boy has been busy. This is the batch of hoggets here, and he has 3 of them as far as I can see. 1, 2, 3. Actually 4 sheep tipped already. He's been busy. At least the ram lamb didn't get them all served. But an hour, probably less, since we let him out. And he's been busy, he's active. Just meeting the main man here on the road. He has to reverse, unfortunately. I have the trailer on here, so handier for him to reverse, I think. Old combo, she's some baby. I must have the wire gathered up. We'll get a chat with him now. I say not everyone could do that.
I'm telling you,
What?
you better believe me, kid.
You still have it?
Jesus,
Yeah.
the son was into me too. I had everything against
It's
me.
in that. But your reversing camera and sensors, of course, were very handy there.
Correct and right. Correct and
The
right.
pair of peepers. Okay, right. Better go. Better go. Can't have men standing about. You've enough done today. Right, we'll see you in the morning.
Yes, boy.
Good man. Right, thanks.
You run into that. You reversed into that.
No, that was you. That was you. That's the track of your hatchet. He's some man. He is some man. Right, I'm going to unload these sheep. And this little problem ram lamb. I'll catch up with you in the morning. It is the following morning here. We're just getting set up here. Cian's back on the go. Cian, you're ready for action?
Ready for action, yeah?
Yeah, we're waiting on the main man, Robbie. He is on the way. I think he's on the way. I was chatting to him on the phone, so he will be here. What are we on actually? We'll show you before we leave here. We are on a Fluke dose and gun reader here. I've all my alerts on the reader set up to know which sheep are going to which batch. Do that on the computer. I'll show you a little bit of that maybe later on, how I do it. But I used to do it on a clipboard. Minefield, head wreck and stuff where you're trying to find the sheep's number and just to get shivers thinking about it. So do it on the reader now, it's very handy. So different colours, going to mark the ewes, which ram they're actually going to. That's very handy when you're drafting here. We've the crate, the cutter crate here set up. We've three-way drafting on this. So we're fit to send them a few different ways, but first job we have to do is get them in, and I just see the main man just cruising up the lane here now. Here he is. He's coming at high speed. He is mad to go. Right, first job is we get these ewes in. Here's the first batch of ewes coming. I'm just getting set up here on the bit of technology. Oh my God, a goat. Where the hell has a goat come out of? That would not look great. No idea how to be a goat in with these. I'm not sure. I think it's the neighbour's goat. Not sure if it's a buck goat. If it is there such a thing as a geep or a shoat where a sheep and a goat will mate and can be a possible pregnancy out of it? I'm not sure. I know they can't survive for very long if the pregnancy is successful at all. Now, so today we're on end of Fluke, which is triclobenzole. Last year I was very concerned. I believe resistance is a problem with triclobenzole, but I would imagine it's a bigger problem for farmers who have been using it repetitively, consecutive doses. It is one that can build resistance. Now, it is the best dose for those early fluke, those early immature fluke. But some of the other ones like Consantal and nitroxanil, I don't believe there's any resistance to them, but they're not very good for those early immature fluke, the ones that will cause the major damage or dead sheep very, very quickly. So it's a weapon in the fight against fluke that I'm still happy enough to use. I had no problems last year using it, so yeah, I'm going to use it. I don't believe I have any resistance. I think if I had, I would have had more problems last year. Now, I always alternate my fluke doses. I always go a different class every time I fluke dose to 3 or 4 times across the winter. So we're almost set up here. I just have to give this a good shake. This is the first job. Dose and backpack here. I'm just using it actually for suspending this. I won't actually be wearing it today, but it is pretty handy for suspending the backpack off. It has... Christ, oh, you dirty animal. You dirty animal. Oh. So there's quite a chunk of a pipe on this dosing one. To get the pipe to stay on this, because as you can see it's quite messy when you turn the drum upside down and no pipe connected to it. Every day's a school day. I'm just using actually a small cable tie. Really, really small cable ties are great for holding these pipes on. But it's very hard to get a hose clip that size. And a wee cable tie Try and give you a look here. So there we go, a wee cable tie, just pull it nice and tight. That pipe will not come off. Right, we're ready to roll. First sheep in here, that's the one that had the maggots. In good body condition. Great job, lovely. What do you see over there? Noah sees the big old goat.
We accidentally got a goat.
Yeah. I'm not sure how the goat got in, but thankfully it's just a goat and nothing else. Yeah. Are you a happy little boy? He's full of different at this point. So he's out to help Daddy?
Yeah.
He's very good. So we've all the sheep in here with the whole lot, all 300 and odd, whatever. Don't think it's fully 300 there. If I take my hoggets out, the ones I put the ram with, that's 60. There's about 270, 280 there, I think so. Right, we're going to get set up here. Look at the dirt to that boy. You having fun?
Hello, Pussy.
No, you saying hello to Pops? Are you and Pops best buddy? Oh my God. Don't be licking your hands now.
No, we want to bring a goat. Hey, take the Baba.
It's good for the immune system.
Go down.
Don't box him now.
Go
He's a nice doggy. Now, he's ready to go.
Right on.
Right.
Hello.
That's a happy little boy. He's a wild child. We'll make a start. I'll give you a look at what we're doing here. Robbie and Kean are keeping them up to me here. They're flying away. First sheep here in the crate with an obvious lump. She's a mastitis cull, so she's not getting a fluke dose. I'm just kind of working at that. What way are we doing it? Checking the bag first and then checking them out, and if they're okay, they're getting a fluke dose, and then they're getting marked on the shoulder and they can go to their specific group then. So here's an interesting one for you. First sheep in the race with that I've set a cull for productivity cull, we call it. So on the performance recording I went through the lamb's weights, and she had terrible lamb's weights at the 40-day weight. There were 10 kilos or so. They were really, really bad lambs. I think one was 8.6 and the other was 12. Very, very poor. So I set an alert on those bottom, I think it's about 15 sheep that just had terrible light lambs at that stage. And generally, all the lambs growing is off milk at that stage. So you'll just see when I scan her tag here with the reader, it comes up. Not sure if you can see that. Cull productivity. So she's going. She's of no benefit to my flock. And without a little bit of performance recording, I would not be able to tell she wasn't great. Now she has the slightest, when I check her bag here, she has the slightest little lump in her bag, but not major. And I could possibly even let her slide. It's such a small little lump. If I didn't know her lambs were so light, I probably would have kept her. So one benefit of the recording here. So these culls with bad bags or productivity, they are getting a red X like that. There's a few other ones that I'm culling for age, maybe not great mouths, or just getting a bit old for my flock, maybe a bit thin. They're getting a blue X. They're not staying in the flock, but they might suit somebody else. We'll see. So she's done. She's not getting a dose because she's a cull. So I can just pull my diversion gate here, and then she's gone out here with the rest of the culls. The floor up, and we'll let the next one in. Good girl, Ada. Lovely. Next sheep in.
Can I do one?
You want to do one, Ada?
Yep.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, Ada wants to get dosing again. It's great to see you showing a bit of initiative, Ada. The other man, Noah, pull the plug very soon. He gets burnt out very quick, doesn't he?
Look at you so hyper.
Now, we better check, before we do any dosing, I'm just checking for any problems. She's good in the bag.
What about
No, there's no maggots on them this time of year, Pat. Mouth is good, good mouth. So what we do is we scan our tag, so that gives me the alert for which ram she's going to. Gives the weight as well, so she's come in at 50.6 kilograms.
It also tells you
on that clock. So the next job is doser. So the dosing gun will give her exactly the right amount for. Job done, lovely, well done Ada.
Can I do it again?
No, she's done. So the next job is blue spray. So when I scan her tag here, it gives me an alert. You see it says Pat Blue. The name of the ram is Pat and the colour is blue. So she gets a blue line there, Ada. Nice and steady, short blue line in between the shoulders. Another bit. Another bit. More spray. Has to stay on all winter. Great job. Yeah, lovely. Okay. She's going out. So this specimen is not particularly good. I think I might have mentioned her. What do you think of her, Ada?
Very scrawny.
Scrawny, yeah, not great.
And she only weighs 40.
Yeah, she's pretty old too. I know by her tag she's pretty old. So she is, her bag is good. But let's just see what her mouth is like. Yeah, she's only 40 kilos. That's pretty light for a sheep. There's lambs, this year's lambs heavier than that. So she's pretty small, pretty thin. Her mouth is gappy, so would she fall under the category of a broken mouth?
Probably.
I'm not sure. Give you a look at that. You tell me. Yeah, her teeth are pretty gappy, long teeth. She hasn't lost any teeth yet. But she is a cull. She will not survive my tough winters anyway. So we give her age cull. She probably would be productive enough for someone with loads of grass. I will not dose her and send her to the mart, and somebody can buy her up if they want to try them on. It's up to them. Right, Edie, hold that camera for a minute. Okay, let her go. Yeah, on the right way there. Sheep in. Right, go on, see if you can dose her yourself now. See, these ewes are a bit stronger now than the lambs, but it is mad to dose one of them. Hand under the chin. That's it. Pull her towards you as hard as you can. Oh, lovely. Strong as an ox here, aren't you? Right. The Cajun Queen is here, Robbie. You were cutting timber in the last video to keep the Cajun Queen warm.
But there's something with the cat on warm now.
Very good. There's life in their dog yet.
I don't know, you see they're talking, the neighbour.
Yeah. Orla, how are you? You're welcome. Come on. Come on. The queen, my queen is after landing. You're not coming down, Orla, for a minute.
No, the hair's not brushed.
Come on, you look lovely. No, she won't come in. She won't come in. She's not. What?
Lunch is fine.
Lovely. We'll see you then. Actually getting hungry here. Another lady in the race here. I'll just give you a look at her. You see the bone sticking out here. You see her backbone. She's pretty thin. There's very, very bad body condition on that sheep. She is 18 born, 6-year-old sheep. She'll be lambing down 7-year-old. The mouth is not great. Big long teeth. Would that be classed as a broken mouth? I'm not sure. Not great anyway. She will not stay in my flock again. I will mark her as an age cull. And not sure what to do with them. So, first red tag coming in. She is a cull, and I don't actually know why. I'm not even going to check her. She is Red X, not fit for breeding. Here's an interesting one for you that I was just about to dose. She is not in bad body condition. She's actually quite fat. You can see the roads of fat on her here. Bag is good. I just copped her tag number. It's quite a low tag number, 446. And when I went to dose her, this is, I suppose, the definition of a broken mouth. I can get a look at that. One tooth, one peg tooth sticking up there. So she is definitely not fit for my winter. So we'll mark her as an age cull again. She probably would breed for somebody, and I could run her on. If I was low and cheap, I could run her on, but I definitely not fit for my system anyway. Right, we're going to go and eat now. Grub time, is it? Ah, cheers, more help after landing. Donica, the poor farmer, how are you doing?
Good.
And Eddie as well.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight? I hear there's a big party.
Big disco.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going dancing tonight?
Oh, that's the guy that is.
Probably not. Disco dancing, right?
Himself a woman, maybe, yeah?
He has one already. Look at him. He has one. Women hanging off him. Right, we'll go to it here. Now, Orlaith's after giving us a good feed. We're busting now.
Yes.
But we have a staff crew after assembling here. My little girl Ada, Donica, and Bobby. How are you, Bobby?
Good. Do you like
You as
Bobby's
well.
new shoes?
Very fancy, Bobby. You're like your father. He's
Why
pretty.
on that, Bobby?
Did you get that shed finished?
It's getting there, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get doors now.
Yeah, you have a lot done.
Yeah.
More to
I had
do.
a man ringing me about doors this morning now.
It's all money, isn't it?
No, it looks good now. Get it, you know, yeah.
Yeah, show us.
let-
We'll pop a picture up of it here and show
Let the viewers, put
If-
it in the comments,
right, we're going to get back to these sheep here. That's them all sorted out into their different groups. Well, not quite. We've them split into 2 different sets, but at least we have them all marked. We know which group they're going into now. Good bit of work on that, but at least it's only drafting now, so it's all visual from now on. So that's one half with 4 groups in it, and this is the other half with 3 groups in it. So we're just going to fly them through the crate here, and we have 3-way diverting on it here, so we'll put them into the 3 different batches. We'll get them split here first, and then rams is the next job. Look what she's coming with here. Jeez, she's a great one.
That's yours.
Very good.
That's Daddy's because there's more milk in it. And
Okay,
that's
and
coffee.
Coffee to keep me going. Lovely.
There.
You're very good.
Key, and I was just
Okay.
telling you about those cupcakes.
Thanks, Orla. We'll see you later.
Right, perfect.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You're very good.
Thank
You're
you.
very good. Don't be shy. Hey, there, you seen it there now. That's domestic violence. Thanks for the tea. You're just looking, we've diversified here. What do you think of the goat?
Pick up the more productive from a couple of them.
Good luck.
Bye.
Good one. Now the main man has just landed back. Robbie, you were off on the road to perdition.
That's the road to perdition.
was-
After spending an hour
Yeah,
pressing my feet against the hoover ram, bottom of the leg.
yeah. You were trying to get the lost sheep home. You were like
There's
the good
always one.
shepherd.
There's always one.
Yeah. There's one you broke into the neighbours, but you have her back into mine.
Yeah, she's in yours and she's going to stay there till tomorrow.
Right, we'll keep going. Here, Orla has tea out.
Yes, I'm stoked.
You'll take tea. Here, cup of tea, and look at that, a bun and all for you, Robbie. You get a rev up when you get Robbie's back just in time. Look at this for rain. The wrenching. Always the same, when the rams go out, the heavens open. Use your rain for a few weeks. So this lad is the ram I bought in Roscommon. Probably the nicer of the 2 rams I bought last year. He's grew into a nice ram. So he's gone out here with, he's about 35 or 40 ewes for him now this year. He's keen surely. Yeah. There's one there, mad tipping, look. You can't even see her. You see her wagging the tail here. So he's chasing the wrong lady.
What happens to the
Yeah. Another batch going out here. This is the greens. What's in this? About 35. But he's been busy. We've been here about 10 or 15 minutes and he's flat out already. So this is the next ram I need. You see the sticker on his back. He's the lad I bought in Roscommon this year. Flighty is the word for him. He's wilder than I would be used to, as you can see. He's pretty wild. But we'll handle him. Once we get him into this, that will settle him. Now, settle you. Now, as I was saying, Robbie, he's flighty. He's wild. But the headlock is settled him now. He can't do a lot in that. Yellow. Yeah. That's it. The staff team is pulling the plug here. Ada and Dania are just going off to a Halloween party here. Orla, you're going too, are you?
All dressed up.
Oh, Dicky Dolly dog. Yeah? Very good.
She's Frankenstein.
Ada, you look lovely.
I know.
What are you?
I am a
Now, what are you, Tiny?
a skeleton.
You're some skeleton, alright. Very good. Alright, enjoy your party. I'm going back to the sheep.
Bye.
Have fun.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye. Mommy, bye.
Bye.
Alright. So this is the other ram I bought in Roscommon. He's not the strongest ram in the world, but I'm pretty sure he'll breed good females for me. Well, that's the plan anyway. He's very good on performance figures, so we'll see. We'll see what he does. You don't know until this female's lamb down. So this is the strongest ram I have. I bought him last year with the other lad, and he wasn't the fanciest ram last year, but he's filled into some shape this year.
Too much be laying on them. What's the gloves like?
Pretty good. They're nearly too good quality for this job.
Oh, no.
They're milking gloves.
Milking gloves, but you should have cheap gloves like for the staff.
Yeah, when we were down to the last glove, we were very underprepared. We had no raddle crayon, we had no Fluke dose, we had no gloves, but anyway, after all the ripping and tearing, we're nearly there. Now, one ram left. This is the second place ram in the All Ireland. He is a fair sheep. We'll just get him in here. Up, yeah, go, yeah, by ya. Yeah, oh, he turned all right. Go back, yeah, by ya. Lovely. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably a bad idea living on the other glove.
Yeah, I will salvage another one. We're on a salvage job here, Robbie. But I really don't fancy putting on this stuff without a glove now. Not at this hour of a Saturday evening now. What? Bank holiday weekend and all. Last ram out here. Come on, you boy. Are you ready for this, lads? Come on. Come on. Out you go. Go back, go back. Go back. Shh. That's it. Light wouldn't be great here. This is the last batch out here. That's the big boy coming behind. That's it. Lovely job. Go on. Shh. Yep. Now that is all the rams out. Just going to be, that's the first load off a few. I'm going to move them now into dark, but we'll get them done anyway. I haven't enough spots here to keep them separate, so we'll keep at it. But that is it for today's video. Another one done. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Keep it country.
Thanks for your help, lads.
Go, Bola.